All right. Welcome to Masters Men Stage 2. Masters Male Stage 2. We're going through the demo right now. We're going to let you take a look at the obstacle list. Going through this demo, we have skateboard into bow, switchback, tilting block, gatekeeper, tipping salmon ladder, padlock, and then mousetrap. You can follow along with these obstacles. The tipping salmon ladder is right now. They are moving into padlock, and then they'll finish up on mousetrap. We're going to get started here with the Masters Male Division, Stage 2. In our format here. We have 60% of the competitors that finished Stage 1, or not finished, but competed in Stage 1. Here is our run order. We're starting with Jordan Baker, it looks like. Going into John, Christopher, David, and David. And David. The three Davids seem to be back to back to back, 3, 4, and 5. I will be your commentator today, walking you through step by step what's going on here on the course, letting you know a little bit about each competitor. You may have heard it in Stage 1, but you're going to hear it again from me. Then Stage 2, as 60% of those competitors have made it through to Stage 2. We will be starting here shortly. All right, so we're just getting some clarification on some rules here. Yep. Going in. All right, we're going to get started here with Jordan Baker. On first on skateboard, Jordan Baker is moving his way into bow. Coming in from Flemington, New Jersey, Northeast Division, age 43. He has 8 competitions this season in Season 10. All right, he is easily making his way through bow. Now, if you would look in the top right of your screen, you see that the competitors have a time limit in Stage 2. That time limit is dwindling down quicker than they may expect it sometimes, but going into Gatekeeper, we're going to see 2 strategies here in Gatekeeper. We see what we call an overgate and then an undergate. So they will jump on top of Gatekeeper and then jump over it like Jordan just did, or they will slide under it. For the most part, athletes seem to go over. We see salmon ladder right here. Salmon ladder is going to be a challenging obstacle today. The tipping salmon ladder has been a tough obstacle for anyone we've seen in these competitions. They're going to have to make a big jump here. There he is. He makes that jump. Making his way up the salmon ladder. Now he's going to have to tilt it downward. He's going to have to make one more, and he's going to try to jump. And he makes the dismount. All right, now we have padlock here. This is the 7th obstacle out of 8. Darren Baker is making his way through padlock. He's going to try to get enough momentum to swing into that next padlock. Now, if you look on to padlock there, on the opposite side there are some cliff hangers at the bottom.
You got it, buddy. No problem.
All right, we have John Kadachi here on the skateboard. He looks ready. He's sizing up the skateboard, making his way down, looking like a surfer through skateboard. He was born and raised in Portland, Oregon. He has one child who's now an adult. He started Ninja at the age of 55 and continued to enjoy it. Prior to Ninja, he played basketball, point guard for Oberlin College, Division III, back in the 80s. He worked as an attorney, specializing in business, employment, and immigration, and he trains Skyhook Ninja Fitness in Tigard, Oregon. Making his way quickly into Gatekeeper. He's going over. He's eager to hit this competition through Gatekeeper. He has 9 season 10 competitions this year at 58 years old from Portland, Oregon, Northwest region of the United States. His favorite obstacle is climbing with all 4 limbs. Now here we only see 2 at action in tipping salmon ladder. He's making his way up. The salmon ladder going to make this big jump here. And he makes that first rung. Going for the second. He's got to get to 3 or 4 rungs before the salmon ladder is going to tip. Here we go. He's going to tip the first part. He's going to try to make the jump as it tilts back and forth, and he makes the dismount. Now he has 1 minute and 24 seconds for the next 2 obstacles if he gets through them. Most challenging obstacles is foot dexterity. His footwork was seen on the tilting blocks, but he made through that pretty easily. All right, now he's through the padlock. Now, hit the buzzer, John, as the crowd exclaims. We're going to see if John can make these final jumps in the next 50 seconds. John Kadachi's looking strong going into the final and 7th obstacle. 1 more hop and then the buzzer for John. Oh, he overshoots it just a hair. Overshoots it just a hair and does not get the grab. But that will put him in the lead right now, going through the 7th and failing on the 8th obstacle. Next up, we have Christopher Kazbuki.
Let's go, Chris!
Durham, North Carolina. We are in Greensboro, North Carolina here for World Championships in the World Ninja League. So just an hour away. A little slip up on the skateboard as it pushes backwards and does not lock in. Christopher is coming in at 46 years old, going into 2 competitions this year in the World Ninja League. He makes swift work of that going into the tilting blocks. Those tilting blocks barely even tilted as he is soft feet over it. Now going into salmon ladder. Salmon ladder takes a lot of core strength, leg strength, as well as arm strength. Now, it only looks like they're using their arms, but they are kicking their feet and using their core to get as much upward momentum as they can as they move that salmon ladder bar. Moving up, oh, he is uneven, and it gently slides through the break of the salmon ladder. Next, we have, wearing a Ninja t-shirt, David Kaiser. David is from Powder Springs, Georgia. He is in the U.S. Southeast region, coming in at 42 years of age. He has 8 Tier 1 competitions in Season 10 of the World Ninja League. Quick and easy move through the skateboard, making his way through onto the platform into the switchback. Switchback, he will go into tilting blocks. Light on his feet, look like he's tiptoeing through the house. He goes right through tilting blocks. We can see him hop over the gatekeeper right there. As we talked about, there is an under strat and an over strategy. Most athletes are going to take the over strategy, but sometimes if they get in trouble, they will take the under of the gatekeeper. And he just falls on the salmon ladder. All right, we have David Bass. David Bass has completed 4 competitions this year in Season 10 in the World Ninja League. He's coming in from Crave Cower in the Heartland region, 45 years of age, sizes up Bo, and I think Bo sizes up him a little bit. He makes his way through the second round of Bo, one arm at a time. He doubles arms that last one. Holds, and he doesn't make the discount. One big swing, there he goes into switchback. Now, as we see, we have not seen a competitor fail on Bo or switchback or tilting blocks yet, I did not believe, or gatekeeper. So that's 4 obstacles, actually 5 obstacles that the athletes, here's the under strategy that I was talking about. He makes it under the bar. That is a strategy. Some athletes are more successful in going under than they would keeping their balance and going over, but David Bass goes under into the salmon ladder. Now we have the first 5 obstacles. We have not had a fail yet, but something tells me we might, because and just falls on the salmon ladder. The salmon ladder is no joke. Like I was saying, we have the first 5 obstacles that no one has failed on yet. I did not believe, but we do know that all of these obstacles are challenging to a certain extent, but some of the challenge is completing all 5 of them and still having 3 more to complete. They are going to take a toll, especially Bo and switchback. They're going to take a toll on your grip strength or forearms and your shoulders, and you might have enough in the tank, might not have enough in the tank to go into the moving salmon ladder. Here's tilting block, just to take notice to the footwork. Looks like we're going to have another over bar as that foot comes up and he jumps downward. Moving in, we have the tipping salmon ladder. The tipping salmon ladder has proven to take down a few opponents. All right, we got a big jump here into the second part of tipping salmon ladder. And it takes down another one in the Masters Male Division. Now, I believe Masters Male Division is 40 years of age and older. We have Tim Reiser next from Hatfield, Pennsylvania, coming in from the Northeast region. He's 43 years old. It moves out of the way for him there on the skateboard, but he saves it. 7 competitions this year. Nice and easy through there. Switchback. He takes a reload on switchback. Moving into the dismount there on tilting block. He's going to move in. Can you hear me? He's going to go over gatekeeper there, going into the tipping salmon ladder. Now, I believe there's only 2 competitors that have made it through the tipping salmon ladder. Let's see if Tim can be the 3rd. He's making those parts look easy, but this transition is not easy, as you need to make one big jump, get all the way to the edge, push your way to the edge there like Tim is doing, and so, and comes up just short once again. That will keep John Kadachi in first, with Baker in second. Those are the only 2 athletes that have completed the salmon ladder. Next we have Jeffrey Bane. Jeffrey is wearing a shirt that says Faith on Motion Ninja. He is, he saves it. The referee motions him through, says he saved it enough, slips up on skateboard. Jeffrey's coming in from Chapin, South Carolina, Southeast Division. 46 years of age for Jeffrey, making his way through tilting blocks. 3 Tier 1 competitions this season. As you can see, Jeffrey's going to go over bar. Jeffrey's making one step at a time over the salmon ladder. Moving in to that dismount here. It's going to be a big jump on the dismount. It'll put his strength to the test. He's going quickly as of right now. He's got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. And another one gotten by the salmon ladder. Now, what are the next athletes thinking as they see athlete after athlete get taken down by the salmon ladder? I'm assuming they are taking the hint that the salmon ladder is not to be messed around with. We have Will Hayes here coming in from Charlotte, North Carolina, just an hour away from here in Greensboro. Whenever I see a stat like this, I see that we have 13 different countries being represented here at the World Ninja League World Championships. 13 different countries, so some people are flying hours on end to get here, and then some people like Will have a short drive right from North Carolina and Charlotte. We see an underbar there by Will, very impressive. Southeast region, 8 competitions this season in season 10. He's making a first big jump, second big jump into the tipping salmon ladder, and another one down by the salmon ladder. All right, next we have Andrew Simmons. Andrew Simmons is from Stevens, Pennsylvania, in the Northeast region. He's 43 years old. I'm going to read Andrew's bio for you here. He says he is the coffee ninja. That is self-explanatory. I enjoy the strength and activeness as well as the community that Ninja has brought to my life. I also enjoy anime, cosplay, going to Comic-Con, camping, getting away, and new sights, waterfalls and such. I hope to clear stage 1 this year and do my best making memories. So congratulations on Andrew. You hope to clear stage 1. That's a good save there. Andrew has in fact cleared stage 1 as he is on stage 2 now. With me as I speak going into Gatekeeper, we have Andrew who's making he's a little wobbly here on Gatekeeper, going over, and he makes the dismount successfully there.
Attention.
He has 9 competitions.
Picked up their t-shirts from registration. If you have not done so, do so before the end of the day. You can do that now, please. Registration out in the lobby for that t-shirt that you got for registering. Go do that now.
And Andrew takes a fall on Sam.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, NinjaWorks, amazing timing systems, making all the dresses come to life with the buzzers and the sound effects and the timing systems.
All right, next we have Paul Madhu, Harwich, Massachusetts, in the New England region. He's 45 years old, making quite the fashion statement here with his shorts. Going into his 11-year competition season, 11 competition, year 10. Through the tilting blocks onto the Gatekeeper, over gate. Here we have over gate going into the tipping salmon ladder. Quickly going through tipping salmon ladder, makes light work of that. Let's see if he can make this big jump here. And he does not. Another one bites the dust with the tipping salmon ladder. Up next we have Derek Lawry. Derek Lawry is in the Northwest region, coming in from Portland, Oregon. Looks like alongside John Kadachi, who's now in first. Let's see if that Oregon power can make them side by side on the podium currently. He is 40 years old and has completed 9 competitions this season. Big swing into the tilting blocks. He's going to make light feet over tilting blocks, get through that, and go into the Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper's going to lead him straight into the fierce opponent that is the tipping salmon ladder. Now, why is it called tipping salmon ladder? If you've just tuned in, that first salmon ladder is straight across, but as you can see, the second one is knifed at a diagonal, and there is a space in the middle. If the athletes do not jump to that first rung on the second salmon ladder platform, they will slip through that gap. Getting ready to make this big jump, and he does so, and the crowd goes wild. Derek Lawry has a couple more reaches to make. He's going to work his way up, and he's going to make this big dismount on, and just short to get that far and miss that jump. I know Derek's going to want that one back, but great job, Derek. He did what most people could not do, but he did not make the dismount. Next, we're going to move through Art Davis. Art Davis is coming to us from Art. Shacktocoke, New York. New England Women region. He is 50 years old and has completed in 6 competitions. Skateboard is looking to be a tough obstacle just to get your blood flowing. It's not taking anybody down yet, but it's come pretty close. Moving into switchback, we have onto the platform going into tilting block. Gatekeeper. We have another overgate here. Now into the tipping salmon ladder. He uses that wingspan to reach the bar already to the second ladder rung. He skips the first one altogether. He moves into the send-off here. Now it can be a good send-off and a bad send-off. Good send-off, you go to the next rung. Bad send-off, you end up on the mat. And he makes a good send-off. Here we go, Art Davis making his way. You can hear the grunts all the way from here as he moves his way up the ladder, being coached on the sideline. He's going to try to make this dismount. Now he is so tall that, oh no, the momentum just took him over the edge. Now Art Davis will get credit for completing that obstacle, I believe. So that's going to put him into second place. Second place for Art Davis thus far. He has reached 6 obstacles in 1 minute and 26 seconds. Now John Kadachi is still in first at 1 minute and 53. Now next we have Brian Burney. Brian Burney is also a very tall competitor. If you look at the athletes while they're standing on the platform, a lot of athletes are underneath the obstacles, but it looks as if Brian Burney is staring them right in the face. Hometown is Wake Forest. I always see an underbar here. See if he makes it. Referee calls it clear. That is an underbar, and I don't think that one was on purpose, but it works out either way. Moving into 43-year-old season, his southeast region of Wake Forest, North Carolina, still a North Carolina guy. Could he be a hometown hero here? And he has completed 6 competitions this season, making his way up salmon ladder. He gets stuck on the top there, but pushes it over the edge. Let's see him make this mountain climb here. That is salmon ladder, the second part. He's going to see if he can make that jump, and he does not. That is a good showing from Brian. Now the name of the game here in round 2, stage 2, is who can get the farthest, the fastest. So you're trying to finish the course, but of course, if you do not finish the course, you are trying to get to the next checkpoint through the most obstacles in the fastest amount of time. Next, we see here Matthew Draine. Matthew is from Asheville, North Carolina, southeast region, 41 years old, and he has completed 7 competitions in season 10. We see an underbar here called clear by the referee. We wish Matthew the best, and especially with all of the Western North Carolina hurricane effects, we wish him and his family the best in Asheville, North Carolina, as he takes a spill right here on the salmon ladder. up, looking ready as ever. We have Roy Klein. Roy Klein is from Mount Airy, Maryland. He is from the Northeast region, completed in 10 competitions this season, and his favorite obstacle type is generating swing, as we see him swinging through the air on bow right here. He is an owner of Jump Climb Extreme and Sleeping Ninja Obstacles. He's a competitor at the American Ninja World Season 6. Oh, sorry, the A&W Season 6 Denver qualifier. He is making light work of that first station in Salmon Ladder, and he works his way onto this big jump. He makes it. Moving up the ladder, he's going to make that big reach there. Those biceps, that core engaged. As you can see, he's rocking back and forth, and he makes that dismount. Now that will put him into second place behind John Kadachi. He could make it past John Kadachi if he completes the course, or if he reaches the he does reach first place. He takes it from John Kadachi. He has completed 7 obstacles in the fastest amount of time. Making great time through the course. He has to dismount on this ledge. Oh. And he skipped the ledge entirely and went straight for the platform. He comes up just a hair bit short, and that is Roy Klein. Jonathan Tudran is coming in from East Longmeadow, Massachusetts in the New England division. So Jonathan seems to be called JT behind me. JT is 48 years old, New England region, East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. And here is an astonishing number. At 48 years old, season 10, JT has 31 competitions that he has completed. That is a substantial amount.
Out. Good, and pull back.
He's loading up, reaching out, sticking a landing, going into switchback. Being coached one of our adult male athletes, making a dismount onto the tilting block. Into gatekeeper, he's going to go over gate. Makes a dismount.
I see people post that, just like loving so much.
He sizes up Salmon Ladder as Salmon Ladder sizes up him. Makes his way. Now, it looks to be that the competitors that go the quickest through Salmon Ladder are the more successful. I guess that fatigue does not set in as much. He makes the big jump. He keeps going up. He's going to transition into that second bar. His coach seems very hype about that move, as you can see in camera. He seems hype, but still confident in the padlock. Being coached, he has 1 minute and 22 seconds left. Shaking out his arms. He's got plenty of time to make it through these next obstacles. He's saved himself some time. Padlock, he makes the first transition. Let's see if he can make the second. He yells as he puts that power into that move. He said, come on, as he goes in. He's stretching out his wrist. All right, Jonathan Tudran could be the first athlete He has 36 seconds. 36 seconds left. He's going to have to make it through these obstacles.
Come on. Come on, JT.
Let's see if he can make this jump. And he yells as he makes the grab. Let's go, JT. I'm sure you can hear the crowd behind me. He makes it. All he has to do is dismount and hit the buzzer. 7 seconds. And let's go, JT. We're going to see that replay here soon. Next, Michael Wood. Michael started training and competing about 4 months ago, but has been coaching for years. He started by coaching his son, a preteen competitor, which turned into coaching at their gym, Traverse, which turned into competing. He's from Rockland, California, Southwest region, age 40. He's competed in 10 competitions this season. We've had our first completion, of course, here. JT, Jonathan Tudran. Now, could we have 2 in a row? Michael Wood makes the transition into padlock. That's going to put him in 4th place due to a time stamp. And 2 other competitors making padlock. Now, if he makes it through padlock quickly, he could become 2nd or 3rd place. Let's see if he can make it, and he just falls. He doesn't jump. He tries to reach, and it proves unsuccessful. Next, it looks like we have James Dphano from Oakland, California, Southwest, 44 years old. This season, he has completed 5 competitions. Making his way through switchback is James Dphano. He basically sprints. I don't think he could have ran on solid ground as quick as he did through the tilting blocks. Now salmon ladder. He takes a chalk break. The crowd is cheering as he goes across, and he makes quick work of the first one. Now athlete after athlete continue to get faster on that transition into that jump. All right, he's going to tip that salmon ladder over as it is a tipping salmon ladder. He's going to make the dismount into padlock. He has about 2 minutes remaining. He's going to move his way through padlock. If he gets through padlock, he probably will take 2nd place if I had to guess. Or he takes 3rd. Just about 10 seconds slower than Roy Klein, but he looks as if he is not done. He's talking to what looks to be his family mid-round, but maybe that is to give him the power that he needs to get through this final 8th obstacle. He's making better time than Jonathan Tudran right now, but that could all change. He has a minute left. And he gets it. It looks like he's going to take first if he can make this dismount from Jonathan Tudran. And he gets the stage 2 buzzer. up next, I'm going to read you a little bit about Larry Simmons as he goes through the first 5 obstacles. He used to be extremely shy, full of anxiety, but Ninja helped him with that. He's 45 years old, but people think he's younger. He has hard work ethic and never give up attitude. He said, I believe in Jesus and live life trying to help others overcome their struggles. Kindness is a strength. I hold a rare set of values. It's not easy, but worth it. Never settles for less that you've earned. Hummingbirds are drawn to me, and I feed them in a variety of up-close, silly, and personal ways. Some have called me the hummingbird whisperer. I walk my own path and sometimes fly. I am a caregiver to family. My brother is my best friend and competes with me. I have a great puppy named Charlie. He is half husky, Boston Terrier. I started gardening and love it so far. It's a great stress reliever. He makes his way into padlock. He is going speedy through here. If he can finish, he will take first from James Dphano, who just took first place. He will not have it long if Larry Simmons can finish this round. Larry loves the outdoors. He's coming in from Stevens, Pennsylvania at 45 years old. And he makes that jump. He has about 30 seconds to dismount here. And he goes into first place with that buzzer. Moving in, Larry Simmons, James Dphano, and Jonathan Tudran have worked their way into finishing the course. We have 3 finishers. If you are new to the live stream format, we have those 3 8s and a couple 7s and a few 6s. But we are working through those 3 8s right there as the only 3 finishers. That is a smart perspective onto the skateboard. Working through Bo, this is Frank Scazuzo. Frank Scazuzo, this is his first year competing, and he's really excited for Worlds. He's coming in from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, Northeast region, 43 years old, and has completed 6 competitions this season in season 10. He loves the flow course. He struggles with anything with foot dexterity, but his favorite obstacle type is moving with the obstacles. He started Ninja 5 years ago in 2020. He's testing the durability of the salmon ladder. Thanks to our rigging team, we have no worries about that salmon ladder. Oh no, he loses his step and goes around the bar. I'm not sure what happened there. We're getting a rule evaluation here. All right, we have Matthew D'Angelo coming in from Westchester, Pennsylvania, Northeast region, 56 years of age. He's going into Bo like a champ, making this smooth transition off, and then he has completed in 8 competitions this year, making his way onto the tilting blocks. Through switchback, 1 switchback at a time. Looks to see Matthew D'Angelo making his way to the tipping salmon ladder. A lot of excitement behind us coming in from the adult male division, stage 2. Oh, and Matthew D'Angelo just makes a fall on the tipping salmon ladder. The tipping salmon ladder takes another victim. One of the most intriguing things about the Masters male is whenever one ends, if you look up top to the skateboard, these men look fierce, focused, and ready to attack this course. Next on attack, we have Brian T. Mello. Berkeley, Massachusetts is his hometown, New England region. He's 46 years old, and he's competed in 6 competitions thus far. He's going to start making his way down the skateboard here. Making his way through switchback onto the tilting block. The faster you can get through bow and switchback, the more energy you will have going into the tilting salmon ladder. Brian T. Mello is making his way on the big jump on the salmon ladder, and he does it. He gets crooked here. Let's see if he can even that up, and he cannot. It falls. Watch out for that bar on the way down. That bar is a very unforgiving foe on this course. Michael Wire, coming from Sound Beach, New York, 44 years old, Northeast region. He's completed 11 competitions this year, and he is gonna go skateboarding here in just 3, 2, 1, and go. Michael's on his way down the skateboard onto the platform going into bow. He's going to hit this dismount platform going into switchback, grabbing the first switchback. Now, I like to mention every few rounds that the first 5 rounds are completed a lot, but they are not anything to mess around with, as they will take you down if you are not careful. What they will also do is challenge your grip strength and make you wear down your muscle and grip until you get to salmon ladder, which will do the job if they haven't already. Michael Wire has made his way all the way up to the tipping salmon ladder and dismounting going into padlock. Padlock is a 3-section obstacle that has a overhang component where they will be hanging by their fingertips in one, transitioning into the next. Here we go, 1 fingertip hang into 2. He is taking the reach approach rather than jumping from one obstacle to the next. This is going to take a hand overlap here. He brings that hand under again, and he dismounts. He has 1 minute and 15 seconds left. That puts him into 5th place as he's behind pace a little bit, but he's got 1 minute to finish his last obstacle. We've seen competitors wait here till 30 seconds just so they can finish. They're resting up their grip strength. All right. We have Michael Ware. Can he make this jump? And he can. The dust of cloud leads his success onto the ring. one cloud of chalk at a time. He's going to have to squeeze this last one. 20 seconds left. He will move into about 5th place, I think. 3rd place, excuse me. Moving in, we have Michael Wire. Well, we have I wish we had a replay of that. We spilled a chalk bucket onto the skateboard as we were hugging Michael. Now, I think the rules will warrant a wipe down of that obstacle, as that was not natural dusting. That was a full bucket spill. Now, if you missed that, I will walk you through it. We had a celebration hug for Michael Wire. Someone with a bucket of chalk hugged him. Then they tripped over, spilled the bucket of chalk onto the skateboard, and then immediately fell into our smoke machine. So if the smoke machine is not working next round, we know why. We are getting a ruling here on how much wiping down can be done. Now, the ruling, I believe, is usually that the obstacle cannot be wiped down for someone because it cannot be wiped down for everyone, including the people that have gone before that person. But since this was a non-natural obstruction of chalk, meaning a spilt bucket, or it looks like they're blowing on the chalk to get it to move, not wiping down the obstacle itself. I'm going to easily say that I've never seen this before. Moving into Clint Sion. Luckily that chalk did not trip him up, and Clint says, I've been training for Ninja Warrior for 10 years, long enough to be called a master, especially since I started at the ripe young age of 42, back when there wasn't even a master's division. I've competed on the American Ninja Warrior course for 4 seasons, won season 6 of the master's division of the World Ninja League, and haven't stopped training since. When I'm not training for competition, I work full-time as a financial planner and enjoy spending time with my family. I train out of Movement Lab in New Jersey, where I balance serious workouts with a good dose of fun. Columbus, New Jersey, in the Northeast region. He's making his way through the tipping salmon ladder. Easily, it looks like, going into the second round of the salmon ladder. We have Clint Sion. So that first bar falls out, but that's okay. He gets rid of it without falling. He makes that dismount into padlock. He's got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. It doesn't look like he's keeping up with Larry Simmons' time. But he will get through padlock if he gets this third dismount. And he does so. That'll take him into 6th place, but he must finish this course to be top 5. Clint's favorite format is the challenge course. He's getting quite the challenge here. Started Ninja in 2015. Good grab there, one last push. 45 seconds. He goes into the last platform and buzzer. That will put him into third place. Third place for him. We're lucky we didn't have another chalk spill here on stage 1, obstacle 1, stage 2. We have a bow. Christopher Tower on bow in the New England region. Looks like he comes from Fletcher, Vermont. 43 of age this season, working into 10 season 10 competitions. He's making his way over the tipping salmon ladder. Tipping salmon ladder has gotten a few competitors, but Christopher is making quick work of that, going into the big jump here, and he lands it. He's a little crooked here, but he's going to even it up. Oh, he's not going to even it up. He did not fix the problem. He just skipped it altogether. He's going to make that dismount, lowering all that weight into his squat position. He's now going to make the jump into padlock. Padlock's going to swing back and forth, leading each other to the next obstacle of padlock. He dismounts, and that's enough to put him into 7th, but something tells me he's going to be going for more than that here. Plenty of time, his coach says, 1 minute and 30 seconds. He's going to make this final jump. He gets a little high, but he follows it on the way down and hits the buzzer. That's enough to take Christopher Tower into 2nd place with a time of 1 minute and 49 seconds. On the course, we have Ralph Pinkert. Ralph is 57 years old. Looks as strong as ever. From Hudson, Florida, in the southeast region. He has 4 competitions under his belt here in season 10. Making his way through tilting block onto gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, he's going to go over gate, it looks like. He's a little weary here. Making that transition. He's going into the tipping salmon ladder. He's moving quickly through the salmon ladder. Going to make a big jump there. It does not take him down. Ralph Pinkert, 57 years old, making that big stretch onto that last platform here for the dismount. And he does it. He loads all his weight into that squat position, stays sturdy. He has 1 minute and 50 seconds left. He's making good time here. He's going to work his way through padlock. One wheel at a time. He makes the reach there. Moving onto that platform. He loosens his grip, blows on his hands, dries them out, warms them up, and makes that first jump in 3, 2, and 1, and go. It wasn't really a jump, it was more of a reach. This should be a jump. There we go, and this last one is definitely going to be a jump. If he reaches this, then he has about a 7-foot wingspan. All righty, we have another buzzer from Ralph Pinkert, moving him into 3rd place at 1 minute, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. All right, we have Big Scott Morrison here. Northeast region, Bel Air, Maryland. I wonder if he is the Fresh Prince or if that's somebody else in Bel Air. Bel Air, Maryland, I'm pretty sure. 56 years of age in the Northeast. Now, I have a weight for Scott Morrison at 66 pounds. Something tells me that is not accurate. If it is, I need to know his secret. I'm assuming we're missing a 1 there somewhere. Hopefully up front. But moving into the tipping salmon ladder. Tipping salmon ladder, he's going to make his way up. Oh, and it just falls.
Let's go, Ryan!
He has a question for the referee, but it is quickly resolved. Great job, Scott Morrison. We have Ryan Hespenheide here from the Midwest region, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. All right, he is 48 years old this season. He's going to make his way onto the course. He's completed 2 competitions. He takes it as an actual skateboard stance. Some competitors stare into the front, others to the side. He takes it the side approach into switchback. He's being cheered on and followed throughout the course. Tilting block coming up here. He's going to enter gatekeeper. He's going an under gate there. He pushes off the top as it locks in. Moves into the tipping salmon ladder. All right. He makes that big jump, makes the big reach. Now he's going into this platform. The platform is not too much for him. Neither is the tipping salmon ladder. He's going into the padlock. Padlock is going to be a 3-stage obstacle. It has 3 spinning wheels that have overhangs at the bottom that the men are going to grip to and swing to the next obstacle. Currently is in 9th place with his time at 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. He is going to shake out his hands with 1 minute and 20 seconds. He's going to work into the swing.
Yes.
Into this last hold with 1 minute. He should get in the top 5 at least if he lands this. Making quick time of that. He probably will be top 3. Let's see. He will be top 3. That is Ryan Heppenstein coming into 3rd place. Now in this This is wave 1 of 2 waves. Now in this wave we have Eric Mata. There is 4 more runners in wave 1 after Eric. Eric is the founder and coach of Ultimate Obstacles, 2023 second place world champion Masters division. He's 43 years old, coming from New England home region, Maynard, Massachusetts. Nice save here. We have the salmon ladder going into the tipping salmon ladder part 2. He's going to make his way up there. All right, we're going to get Eric going into 2:05 He should be leading right now in the timestamp. As we see here, we take that leaderboard off. We get into the last look at Eric's run, and that should put him into first place, and it does at just a minute and 15 seconds. That's beating out Larry Simmons at a minute 22, beating him by 8 seconds. Great job, Eric. We look forward to see you in stage 3. We have Zach Wilson here. Zach Wilson is coming in from Lake Oswego, Oregon, Northwest region, 43 years old, 11 competitions this season in season 10. Now I will say we have athletes from all over the world and all over America as well. North Carolina to Oregon is a long ways away. I'm assuming a flight away for Zach, as the drive would be a little too much for the Ninja World competitions. He just comes up short and slips through the tipping salmon ladder crack. All right, looking confident with the peace sign. Up next, we have Joe Goglia. Joe is from Tempe, Arizona, Rocky Mountain region, 40 years old this season, and he has count them, 4 competitions this season. Smooth transitions here. Oh, he stumbles a little bit, but he saves it going into switchback. Going through tilting box, no worries there. We have going over bar there on the gatekeeper, going into tipping salmon ladder. Now, tipping salmon ladder, you'll see why it's called that in just a minute. We're pretty steady, level right now, going. There's no tipping yet, but as we make that top jump into the second, if we make one more shift, it will tip. There it goes. That is just to test the strength of the competitors. We are working into padlock. Padlock is a 3-step obstacle with circular rotating overhangs. The athletes are going to jump from one to the other, or they're going to reach one to another. He's going to make that dismount with a minute and 30 seconds left. He is facing a top spot on the leaderboard right now in the top 5. Should be around there.
Got enough right there? Nice. Relax. Yes, go. Relax. You got so much time.
All right, looks like he might get a top 5 finish. If he lands this, he does. He's got to get across. He might have just moved outside the top 5, but we will see. Just misses it, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. If we look at the leaderboard, we see that there is just a 2-second difference in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Just a 2-second difference. Fractions of a second. All right, we have Rashid Dimchenko, Edinburgh, Texas, South Central region, 41 years old and 12 competitions this season. He looks smooth and ready to go. Going into the tilting blocks, they don't even move. Going into gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, he's going to go under a gate. We have seen way more under gates that I thought we would see today in the Masters Male Division, but we do see them because it is an effective approach. Being cautious and checking both sides to make sure he's going to hit this. Takes his feet almost upside down, does it again, and he makes the jump. He's going to make his steps up this ladder. It's going to tip right now, and then he's going to dismount into padlock. He's at 1 minute and 55 seconds, making good time. That's a good save right there. All right, we have Rashid Demchenko going through the padlocks very easily. He's got 1.5 minutes. He looks like he's going to take a breather in a nap formation. That's an interesting way to do it. He looks like he's just looking for someone to have a conversation with, showing that he's not worried about this. He's just taking his time because he is looking to finish here. He's breathing. All right, he makes that first jump going into the second. One more jump. It's an overhang. All right, and he finishes with the buzzer and he celebrates. That will put him into 9th place as he finishes at 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Just fractions of seconds within 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. All right, this is our last competitor of Wave 1, 53 years old, coming in from Houston, Texas. Jace Heuring. Jace Heuring has competed in 4 competitions this year. He's making his way through switchback onto the tilting box. Let's see if he goes over the gate here. He is going to go over a gate. Into the tilting salmon ladder. Tilting salmon ladder is here waiting on him. He's going to try to make this big jump. The bar keeps slipping. He seems a little too worried, and he skips the whole second platform altogether and comes through the bottom. We are in the middle of a wave right now, so we will take a short break. We will take a 15-minute break. So we will be back in 20 minutes, live and ready for Wave 2 of this competition in the Masters Male Division. See you in 20 minutes.
Yeah, you hear it.
All right, welcome back to Wave 2 of the Masters Male Competition Stage 2. We have Troy Helming here, Richmond, California, Southwest region, 57 years old. He has completed 3 competitions so far this season in Season 10. He's making his way across the tilting blocks into Gatekeeper. Salmon Ladder has taken out a few, but the farther we go, Alright, seems like we have lost one of our cameras here, but we're getting it back up momentarily. So that is why you cannot see the salmon ladder, but I'll talk you through the salmon ladder until the camera's back up. Troy Helming makes his way through the salmon ladder, and now he's into padlock. Padlock is a 3-step cliff hang. 1 step at a time, 1 jump at a time. Making his way to the platform is Troy. And he has a nice catch there on the end. Now going into this final step, he has 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Shaking out his hands, he's going to go for the first jump. There's 3 jumps and a dismount here. 2 bars, but he stretches for that one. He is not going to be able to stretch for this one. All right, and we have a buzzer from Troy Helming moving him to 4th place. We have Michael Leenko. Mike is 40 years old. He says while training for Worlds last year, he tore his ACL a month before, and he spent the last year rehabbing and trying to get his strength back. He's hoping to compete with his son, Mikey Grips, at Worlds this year. Moving with obstacles is his favorite, and campusing movements are his most challenging. He is from Yorktown Heights, New York. Makes his way on an overgate. Going into the salmon ladder. As you can see, that camera showing the salmon ladder is still down, so we are showing you another camera angle of that. We'll take the leaderboard down for you here so we can have a better view. Our salmon ladder camera is back on air and he just falls. Camera comes on. All right.
It's going to go down again because that battery's not charged very well, so I'm going to go get it right now.
Brett Casey is a father of 4 ninjas, and our family has been tracking and competing since 2019. They live in Orlando, Florida, and train at Obstacle Ninja Academy. He fills out as a tech executive during the day and also enjoys surfing, boating, and fishing. So if he enjoys surfing, then skateboard should not have been a challenge for him. He probably felt at home on that skateboard. Orlando, Florida, Southeast region, 48 years old. He has competed in 12 competitions this season. He's going into Gatekeeper. He's going to go over gate, make his way into the salmon ladder. The salmon ladder is going to make him work through the first step, work up the second step, and tip. All right, moving on to salmon ladder, he makes the big jump and he makes a big reach off to this dismount here. It's going to be a distant dismount. He's going to have to land it just perfectly, and he does. Brett moves on to the padlock. One step of the lot at a time through padlock. Alright, and he dismounts there on padlock. Next we have Henry Ferreran. Henry is from Yonkers, New York, New England region. He is 40 years old this season, has completed 5 competitions. Alright, he's going to move in, eyes up. He skips the first bow completely. Henry is a very tall competitor, and being on this course, he is looking straight over the obstacles for the most part. He's able to reach farther than most other competitors. He goes into gatekeeper. It looks like he's going to try to skip 3 rungs here, and he does so. That is where that size advantage comes into play. He's going to make a big jump here, level up the bar. He's going to jump up to the second rung of the salmon ladder. He's hanging for a long time, and he just falls using that cross-handed grip. We'll watch a replay here of that jumping into the salmon ladder. Jumping farther than most athletes. All right, we have Shannon Murphy. Shannon Murphy is from Omaha, Nebraska, North Central region at 43 years old. He's competed in 6 competitions this season in season 10. He's going through bow, making his way gradually through that into switchback. Just like old school monkey bars here, going through the tilting blocks very easily, paying attention that there's no slip-ups there. As he enters the floating salmon ladder, a tipping salmon ladder, excuse me. One thing to keep note of is it does slip there at the top. It could knock your grip loose if you're not careful, but there's going to be a big dismount here as we see a cross-handed grip, big energy generating swings there, and he lands it. He's got 2 minutes left. He's making good times, so he's going to stop for chalk. He's going to chalk his hands. Working through these padlocks one at a time, and he's off to the dismount. Shannon Murphy is entering into the last obstacle, number 8. He's sizing it up, looking at his kids, talking to his kids, it seems like. One big jump here. He makes it. He makes a second jump. One big swing. His coach is yelling at him. And he makes it. Onto the platform. Can he do it? And that moves him into 8th position at just 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Now I think that is our 4th 202. That is our 4th athlete in the range between 202 and 203. That is how tight that grouping is from 6, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One more swing here from Darren Baker. Darren Baker is 45 years old. 45 years old. Going into the tipping salmon ladder. His hometown is Essendon. He makes that jump. He looks like he skipped a couple rungs. He's making big jumps here. I think that is thanks to the core and leg strength. He goes down on one knee to get composure there on the platform. Now he's going to move into the padlocks. He's going to make it through padlocks onto the platform here, going into the final obstacle, which is the mousetrap. Mousetrap has 4 jumps to it, or 3 jumps and a dismount, should I say.
Last way finishing up by European male for the discipline circuit. Last call.
All right, he makes that second jump, one final jump, and then the dismount ready to go. He's at 1 minute and 6 seconds left. He makes that. He takes a second. And that is Darren Baker getting at 1 minute and 59 seconds in 5th position. 3 minutes starting on the clock. We have Ed Golding. All right, Ed's making his start from Bradenton, Florida, southeast region, 50 years old. He is completed 12 competitions this season in season 10 of the World Ninja League. He goes into tilting blocks, making that look easy. Moving into padlock, it looks like he's going to go over bar here, picking that right foot and the left foot over. Making his way into the tipping salmon ladder. Tipping salmon ladder is nothing to mess around with, as it has taken down probably half of our competitors that have fallen on this course. He makes that big jump. He's going to start scaling the tipping salmon ladder. Reach to that second bar and dismount here. He's going to go into the padlock. He's shaking out his hands. He does not grab chalk, it looks like. He's going to go through 3 padlocks, one at a time, swinging from one to the other as they rotate. He's going to move into the last obstacle, it looks like, if he makes his dismount, and he does. He's going to move into the final 3 jumps and dismount of this obstacle. He has 1 minute. Now, he has about 12 seconds before he starts flirting with that 2:02 mark, which we know there's like 5 or 6 competitors. He has 5 seconds to get to that point, and he beats it. And that moves him into 5th place at 1 minute and 55 seconds. Nelson Pachchuck. Nelson's coming in from Cedar Park, Texas. South Central region, 42 years of age and going into 6 competitions this season in season 10. He makes his way through the bows one step at a time, gradually, one step after the other, going into switchback as he goes into switchback. He quickly gets past the tilting blocks and gatekeeper as he makes that dismount going into the tipping salmon ladder. The tipping salmon ladder, he's going to grab. Let's see what kind of grip he grabs. Most people are grabbing at a cross grip, and he is no different here. Nelson grabbing cross grip, trying to make this big jump. He's skipping the last rung altogether. Starts ascending. He's ascending that tipping salmon ladder, working into all the way to the top. He's going to try to dismount here. Now he does have 1 minute and 40 seconds left. 2 obstacles, padlock and mousetrap. Padlock is going to be a 3-step rotation. We've only seen a couple competitors fall on this, making a dismount easily into the final obstacle. He is going to drop below that 102 time stamp, but he's still going to try to finish here. That'll get him out of that big grouping of 102s, but it should put him close if he continues through this obstacle.
Come on!
All right, he's going to be about 2 minutes and 33 seconds, I think. We'll see here as he hits the buzzer. He is a finisher. 2 minutes and 33 seconds, like I said. We are moving on to our next competitor. I think it might be Jeff Snider. Scotia, New York, New England region, 47 years old, 6 competitions in season 10 of the World Ninja League, making his way through switchback. Now he is quite the tall competitor as well. All right, over gatekeeper, actually under gatekeeper. I thought he was a little too tall for that, but he is not. Snider is going into the tipping salmon ladder. Now, I think the tipping salmon ladder seems to be more difficult for taller competitors, but I might be wrong. He's holding that 90-degree angle on his biceps very handily. Looks to have a lot of juice in the tank, a lot of grip. Still hanging on and dismounting there. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. He is going to keep going on to padlock. Padlock is going to test him 3 times. Those biceps in full form right there on padlock as they are stretching all over the place from one side to the next. All right, we have Jeff making these 3 jumps, 1 jump into his second here. Yelling as he does so. Big jump, big swing here. And he grabs it. See if he can hold on for a dismount. All right, he moves into 12th place, 2 minutes and 17 seconds there. have Brett Ostendorf. Brett is coming in from Round Rock, Texas, South Central Region, 46 years old. He has completed 3 competitions in season 10 and continues to attack this course one arm at a time through tilting block. He's got a good pace going at only 20 seconds into his race. Gets through gatekeeper. Now the people that are making up most time and hitting the leaderboard are making up most of their time in salmon ladder, as he does here. He makes quick 40 seconds through salmon ladder, makes that big jump. He's going to make his way up. He has the ability to get on the podium here, it looks like, so far. He's going to have about 20 seconds till first place, but it looks like he's going to slow down a little bit too much for that. We have 1:55 seconds left. That's around 1:45 is when remaining is when the Eric Mata finished. He's going into his last octal, not taking much break. 1:40 seconds left. He has what it takes to get pretty high on the leaderboard. Big jump, 1-2 squeeze, as coach says. One more jump on the dismount, and he does it. That's going to put him into 4th place. Brett Ostendorf is in 4th place with a time of 1:49 seconds. James Dakima. James is sporting a pretty sweet tank top here into this competition. Grant Park, Illinois, North Central, 42 years old. He is moving through these first 3 obstacles pretty quickly, being the skateboard, bow, and switchback. He's already through gatekeeper in 30 seconds. Onto the salmon ladder. That time is made up in that salmon ladder for men in the Masters division that finish quickly. This is where they usually make up their time. He's completed 4 competitions this season. James Dakima makes his way through padlock, 1 step at a time. He has 2 more as he's on his second. 1 stretch and a dismount. He's going to have 3 jumps coming up on the mousetrap. Looking at that first, he stretches to that first one. He might stretch for this one if he does that with the first one. He doesn't, he makes the jump. He's going to have to jump for this one. He cannot stretch for this one. And he does so at 1:02. He's going to be around that 1:02, or 2 minutes and 2, but he is not. That'll move him into 2nd place at 1:55. All right, we have Yves Ledoux coming in from Shefford, Canada, in the North America, Canada home region. 42 years old, moving through, gliding. He's just looking into the crowd as he guides through bows like it's not much to it. He has 1 competition this year. Going into gatekeeper, 30 seconds into his round. has the tipping salmon ladder next. As we see, make his way up. Leoo is going to dismount here. Big jump. Watch out for that bar. Padlock. Stage 1, stage 2, and stage number 3. All right, he keeps his balance there on the platform. 1 level left, 1 obstacle left. He's going to be going for this jump or reach. He goes for the jump. That second one could be a reach, but is most likely a jump. And this one is definitely a jump. He makes a dismount. And that puts him into 8th place at 1 minute and 50 seconds. All right, we have Felipe Cyprus. He is from Houston, Texas, South Central region, 41 years old, and has completed in 8 competitions thus far this season. He moves into the tipping salmon ladder. There are 2 levels in this. There's the bottom level that athletes must go just in a horizontal line. Then they must start going vertically in a diagonal upward, making that transition into the tipping portion of the salmon ladder. He makes the jump as it tips back and forth, and he makes the dismount. He's making really good time here, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. He's got to get through padlock. Padlock does not seem to be overly difficult as long as they take their time and keep their focus on each handhold. 1 minute and 45 seconds left. He's making good time here. Could break into 3rd place if he does this quickly, but it's going to be tough to do. He might move into 3rd place if he can get this in the next 10. Oh no, falls just short. All right. All right, we have Mark Presley here, age 61, wearing a poppy warped wall shirt. Southeast region from Cary, North Carolina. Right down the road here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Like I've said before, we have 13 countries being represented here. All right, making 1 switchback at a time. Like I said, we have 13 different countries, anywhere from Canada, Israel, France, Italy, United States, Japan. But we also have the competitors just down the road, about an hour away. We have athletes from Greensboro. We have athletes from Charlotte. And in this case, for Mark, we have Cary, North Carolina. It looks like he's giving out here. He might try to make that jump. Oh, and he falls just short. Good job, Mark. All right. Wade Braramlet Wade is 43 years old, coming in from Green Cove Springs, Florida, southeast region. He's completed 14 competitions. His favorite obstacle are campusing movements. His most challenging obstacle is foot dexterity. His bio says he's 43 years old, financial advisor. He got into Ninja because of his son. He previously is a world champion barefoot water skier, NCAA All-American wrestler in 2003, and he is 2022 wakeboard world champion runner-up. In 2024, he took 50th at World Ninja League Worlds and wants to finish higher this year. So higher than 50. Let's see if he can advance to stage 3. And he falls on the tipping salmon ladder and shows his frustration there. Next we have Jason Bergstrom. Jason Bergstrom is from Seminole, Florida, coming from the southeast region of the United States in the World Ninja League. He is 48 years old. He is taking deep breaths as he goes through bow. 48 years old, completed in 3 competitions this season. We have Jason Bergstrom making his way into the tipping salmon ladder. All right, Jason is making his way up the tipping salmon ladder onto that dismount, going into padlock. He has 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. That means he's about a minute in. He's going to make his way through padlock. Remember, if you complete the stage, you automatically go through to the next stage. So when in doubt, complete the stage and you get through. But if time is a factor, we will take the farthest competitors in the quickest amount of time. All right, one big swing here, one final jump, a minute and 15 seconds left. And he presses the buzzer at 7 in the standings, 1:51 on the time clock. We are getting a smaller group of people bunched up at 2 minutes, and now a bigger group of people grouped in at 1:49, 1:50, and 1:51. All right, we have John Heerty. John is from Providence, New England, 42 years old. His most challenging obstacle was foot dexterity, and he loves the generating swing. He's a father of 3, owner and operator of his own painting business. He's been training in the sport for 7 years, but always watched starting back in 2006 when G4 would air Japan's Ninja Warrior show. This sport and community came into my life during my most challenging obstacle, alcohol. He says, I've been sober for 7.5 years now, and this sport helped me bring me back into my friends' and family's lives while building new relationships. Congratulations on that, John Heerty. John has completed 11 competitions this season. He's looking into these 3 big jumps. He's making very good time here at 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Big jumps, big swings, and big finishes. We have a top 3. John Haggerty finishes and moves up to 3rd place at 1 minute and 31 seconds. Timothy Lazerovich, New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, Northeast Division, 42 years old. Climbing is his favorite obstacle. Climbing with all 4 limbs, and foot dexterity is most challenging. 2020, he started Ninja. His favorite format is the challenge course, and he has 12 season 1 tier 1 competition, or season 10 tier 1 competition. He's making his way up the salmon ladder onto the 2nd level. Oh, he goes straight into padlock because he doesn't really have a choice. He stumbles on the platform and jumps when in doubt, but he makes it through. That's actually pushed him into having a pretty quick time here. He's going to have to make 2 more jumps. Maybe that trip helped him out after all because it forced him to go faster. 1 dismount, and then he is at 2nd place overall at 1 minute and 17 seconds, just 3 seconds behind Eric Mata. All right, our next athlete is John Hart.
Okay. Hey, does camera look good behind the buzzer? He bumped into it.
I mean, probably needs to go that way a little bit. All right, we have the John Hart going into Bow, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In the U.S. Midwest region, 40 years old this season, 5 competitions in season 10. We have the Steel City coming from the Steel City as he's wearing a Steel City Ninja jersey. He's making his way up the salmon ladder. Big jumps here. He skips 2 rungs, goes into the 2nd part of the salmon ladder. It's going to tip at the top as he enters the top bar. He's going to go into that platform at 2 minutes and 7 seconds. He's making good time. Steel City Ninja John Hart is going into the padlock here. The last, and he runs straight. It looks like he's going for time here. And he might have it if he can go through this in 30 seconds. He's going to be close to 1st place. He's a little short on that jump, but saves it. He's going to drop in the top 10, I think, if he finishes this buzzer here. He is top 5. John Hart goes into 5th place.
Let's go, Gav! You got this!
All right, now we have Gav Wilson. Gav Wilson is coming in from Carnyup, Washington. Wait.
You got it!
That does not look correct. His home region. He makes his way into the tipping salmon ladder. He's going to make a big jump here into the second rung, and he does so. So it looks like Gav is from Australia, possibly. Karen, yep, in Australia. He makes his way onto the padlock, going into the third padlock. He's going to make this dismount into the mousetrap. Mousetrap is going to be 3 consecutive big jumps going into that swing. There we go, 1. Last swing, and he's going to be around top 5. But they're all jumbled together, there's no telling. And he does make top 5, 131.67, it looks like. Not from Washington, it looks like he is from Australia. You may have to correct me on that one. Next we have Michael Archer. Michael in his bio says, Jesus is Lord. Mike trains and competes for God's glory. He loves hanging out with his family and trying to set a good example for his kids of what is possible. God is great in the mountains and in the valleys. He gives us strength and peace and to be able to do what we love. All glory goes to him alone. Michael Archer makes his way through switchback. He's coming in from Clarkston in the Midwest region, 45 years old. He loves campusing movements. He goes into the tipping salmon ladder as he makes his way to the top. It'll tip on him if he's not careful. He challenges moving with obstacles, but we have not seen much challenge here for Michael Archer yet, coming 2017 into Ninja. He has 5 competitions this year in Season 10 of the World Ninja League. He makes that platform dismount at 2:02. Going into the second round of padlock. Can he do it, make that transition? Now he has, well, he doesn't really take a break. He goes right into it. That might mean he is going for that top 10, top 15, but there are so many athletes that are jumbled up there within seconds of each other that it could be a matter of a second that puts him down 4 or 5 places. So we'll see where he finishes here if he makes this last transition. And he hits the buzzer. That'll put him into 7th place at 1:41.43. All right, we have Todd Borggo, St. Augustine, Florida, Southeast region, 41 years old this season. He skips the first obstacle altogether. He moves in to switchback. He is moving quickly here, 20 seconds in, to the gatekeeper. He goes over gate, hits those hips hard into stopping that gate, moves on to the salmon ladder. He looks like he is going for a time effort here, moving up big jumps into the second portion of tipping salmon ladder, going to the top, going to dismount here. He goes into padlock. Padlock is going to be 3 sections. He's going to go 1 step away from each. There he goes. At 41 years of age, 2 competitions this year. He lands that first jump, lands the second jump, and goes into the third. He can dismount. He could get first place here in just over a minute, and he does. That moves Todd Borggo into first place at 1 minute and 2 seconds. 1 minute and 2 seconds for Todd Borggo. That moves Eric into second and Timothy into third. We have Jaden Welch. Jaden Welch is from Bellingham. Washington, Northwest region, 41 years old this season, 2 season 10 competitions. Going into the tipping salmon ladder. He's going to start ascending here up the salmon ladder. Makes that reach. All right. We have about 11 competitors left in this division. He's going to start making his way through this dismount. Minute 53 seconds left. He's looking strong here on the dismount. Just over a minute, and that moves him into second place. These last 10 competitors are coming for the podium. We have Ronald Ayong, 11 Tier 1 competitions this season. He's from Orlando, Florida, Southeast region, 44 years of age.
In control, Ron, you got this.
All right, we got Ronald going it through Bo. I love to see the competitors look out in the crowd as they're going through Bo, as they are seeming very poised and very under control. Going through gatekeeper. Minute or 25 seconds into the competition, we see Ronald going into the tipping salmon ladder. He's going to work all the way up to the tipping salmon ladder. Make that big reach. Dismount. And he lands it. Going into padlock. Quickly going through. It looks like he is going for time as well. It is amazing what these athletes are being able to do. It looks like he's going to fall just short of first place, but he probably will get second. He gets second by just 3 seconds at a minute and 8 seconds. We have Lewis Moore up next. Lewis Moore is 40 years old. He is from the South Central region of Cedar Park, Texas. Staying low on that skateboard, moving into Bo, using his feet for momentum, making that look easy, gliding through the air. Lewis Moore is went through 14 competitions this year in season 10. He's making his way into tipping salmon ladder at just 30 seconds into the competition. He could be en route for, oh no. He falls just short. He rushed through the tipping salmon ladder, and it proves to be costly for him. We have Zeke Bucci Torres. Independence, Heartland region, 51 years old. He has 6 Tier 1 Season 10 competitions. 1 Corinthians 9:24 on his back. He is making his way through the tilting box onto the gatekeeper. And Zeke also does the same thing and slips through that crack. The men here in the past couple have missed the last run completely, and they are skipping it and going right through the cracks. I don't know if they can't really see it from that perspective, or what, but they are coming up just short. All right. We have Rick Hennett, Lander, Texas, South Central region. He has 3 competitions in season 10. He makes his way from the South Central, 50 years old, going into gatekeeper, going over gate, and he is into the salmon ladder. Oh, he saves that. All right, he makes the first jump. He's going to reach up, big reach here. Athletes have been skipping that second rung altogether and going straight into the big reach. He's going to get through padlock pretty easily as he makes that dismount. He's going straight in, 2 minutes and 6 seconds. He is going for the podium here. Definitely top 10, but let's see what time he can do here. All right, he goes in to second place with 1 minute and 8 seconds. 1 minute and 8 seconds, beating out Ronald A. Young by 0.3 tenths of a second. All right, up next, we are going to be having the pleasure of watching Jay Kimball. Jay Kimball is coming in from Janesville, North Central region, 45 years old. 6 competitions in season 10. This course. Through switchback onto the tilting block. Now, no stage is the same, so we're going to see competitions in this stage that we did not see in the first stage. We're going to see how these athletes, oh, we have a slip here, but he's safe and he's not fall off the platform, but stays on. We are moving over to the final mousetrap. Quickly through that, he's going for the lead here, first place. He's got a dismount here quickly, and he does, which puts him into first place. Jay Kimball moves into first with a time of 1 minute and 1 second, just over a minute. And we have someone going to try to take that here next in Kevin Bull. Kevin Bull is from Novato, California, 40 years old, Southwest region. He is 3 competitions this year in season 10. Now Kevin Bull is going through bow. He's going to build up momentum and work his way. He makes his way through switchback, 1 monkey bar at a time, through the tilting blocks into gatekeeper. He's going to do an overgate here going into the tipping salmon ladder. He skips a couple rungs, and it looks like he's going to skip another rung. He's making light work of this, a big reach into the platform. Sutton tells me he's going for that podium as well. He's going for that first place position. He is moving through the padlock onto the last position, 2:15. Now he's going to have to get that in 12 seconds if he is going to get into first place. 8, 7, 6. He has 5 seconds. Can he dismount here? It's going to be a close finish. And he gets first place by just 2 seconds. 59.75. Kevin Bull takes first place.
Hello, on the starting deck now, this is Betsy Clark taking over for Andy. On the starting deck, we have Kevin Sandelin. Kevin is 5 feet 8 inches tall with a 5'11" wingspan, making his way around stage 2 here. Kevin says, I started training and competing in Ninja in the fall of 2022. My son Calder was already a Ninja at the time. He competes in the mature kids division. I've had my share of injuries. In 2024, I had a bad ankle sprain and 8 stitches in my forehead from too much redemption time after a competition, and a disappointing fall there on that obstacle. Kevin is a risk engineer, which means he finds ways to work to make things safer. So Ninja is contrary to pretty much everything he does at work. His wife is a 2000 U.S. Olympian in springboard diving and now a Team USA coach. If you guys are reading this, please give a shout out to my friend and training partner, Scott Simode, who got injured in practice just 2 weeks before Worlds. Wish you were here, Scotty. Kevin from Boca Raton, Florida, 42 years old. On deck now we have Alexander Crumland. Alexander's from San Pablo, California, taking the stage. Onto those bows right away. Alexander is 40 years old, running around that gatekeeper at the end there, making his way to the tipping salmon ladder. Alexander has already competed in 9 competitions this season, struggling a little to get up onto that ladder, make that next run, going upriver, and he's got it. Pulling himself onto the next bar, jumping onto that platform. Now he's got these padlocks to contend with. From one to another, the third jump is a little further, but he's got it, and on to his last obstacle, the mousetrap. He's got to get onto this handhold and on to the next swing. One more jump between him and that buzzer with 1 minute 45 seconds to go. He's got plenty of time. He is almost there and hits the buzzer. Well done, Alexander Crumland. This brings him into 9th position on our leaderboard. We've got Kevin Bull in first, Jay Kimball in second, and Todd Bourgeois in third. Lee Cates on our starting block. Lee is from Tempe, Arizona. He's got that go signal and takes off on the skateboard, grabbing onto those bows. Rings and right onto that switchback. Straight into the tilting block. Lee is 42 years old. Rocky Mountain region of our competition from Ninja Worlds. Oh, and a fall in that salmon ladder. Great contest, Lee Cates. Joshua Harris. Joshua Harris makes his home in Little Rock, Arkansas. Josh has taken part in 6 competitions already this season, representing from the heartland of our competition regions. Straight around that end gate and onto the salmon ladder, making his jumps from one to another, making it look easy. He's up to the top there, reaching that next bar. Onto that stage. making that swing through the padlock. Grabbing onto that bar in his last obstacle between him and the buzzer. He's got 2 minutes on the clock, plenty of time, and that has put him into first place. A quick finish. Excellent work, Joshua Harris. We've got Scott Behrens on deck. Scott has 3 wonderful kids, Ben, Jason, Leah, and the glue to his family is his wife, Lindsay. Scott is the creator of Backyard Ninja Kids. He owns the Ninja U gyms in Iowa. UNAA Masters 50 S8 champion, S7 second place, FINA Masters S3 and S4 champion, World Ninja League Masters S9 strongest ninja, American Ninja Warrior 11, 14, 15, 16, American Ninja Warrior Finals 11 and 15. He is quite the competitor. Grand champion at Ninja U CF. Scott comes to compete from Cedar Falls, Iowa. Amazing to watch these warriors compete. He's 43 years old, making his jump to that next handhold. He's got a swing to catch here and one last jump between him and the buzzer so he can reach that final mousetrap. And he hits it! Scott Behrens in second place. Great run. That is the end of the wave for Masters male competition. Joshua Harris is in first place, finishing the complete course in 54.30 seconds. Scott Behrens just made it into second in 58.95 seconds, and Kevin Bull finished third in 59.75 seconds. We have got several finishers in this course. Great job to these athletes.